My early life in Amarillo as a kid, it was basic. We were just a normal family with sports and, you know, day-to-day life. Nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, it was just that normal Norman Rockwell painting type thing. I'm a student now, just a full student. So I've bartended and done a few things the last couple of years to make money when we need it. But being a single parent and going back to school, it's mainly just we're getting by until I graduate. So that's what we do. It's me, my oldest daughter, she's 12, her name's Madison. And my son, Ian, he's 10. Or, excuse me, he turned 11 Saturday. I'm still getting used to 11, yeah. When he was 5 years old, he coded on the floor right there at daycare. So no signs, no nothing, he coded. When daycare called me to pick him up, I couldn't understand the lady. I just assumed he got in a little argument with another kid. So I just went to daycare with no notion. I mean, when I walked into daycare, he's on the floor, they're working on him. There's nothing I can do for him, but they rushed him to the hospital, we followed. We were told that he had cancer, so. All within a 24-hour period, life's easy, just rolling along normal, and bam, everything's changed. He spent, let's see, 27 days in the PD ICU, half of that on a ventilator. He went from 50 pounds to 19 pounds, and all that just in a sudden blink of an eye, switched between one day to the next. So they showed me the pictures on it on the screen. His actual cancer was a tumor in his chest, so big that it pushed his esophagus up and cut off his air. And after about 3 days, they get you good and calmed down, and maybe where you can halfway think and come in and tell you that a treatment program for T-cell lymphoma on a boy is 3.5 years. So, you know, then just everything starts coming into your mind. It was, well, 3.5 years, wow, you know, well, is he gonna live? Is he gonna die? You just don't know. It's just a rush of, I don't know if you call it bad emotions, let's just say emotions. So, just a hard hit, I mean, I went into the bathroom and just cried and asked why and banged my head on the wall, etc. I just didn't understand what was going on. Yesterday, we were playing football and we were doing this, and today, we're in a hospital and in an ICU unit. He's on a ventilator, can't even talk to him. Can't even say, how do you feel? Because they have him in an induced coma with, you know, narcotics and drugs so that he don't feel the pain. I mean, it's, I don't know. It's hard to explain without going through it. You're just numb. You just get through it, you know, and try to move on. Pretty devastating events. We can stand a high and preach it and yell it from the mountaintops. We are 1 year and 4 months clear and clean. Well, financially, it breaks you down to the core. For 1 year of cancer treatments, medicines during the main period is like $600,000+ in a year. Well, I don't know a rich person that can afford that, much less us. There's help, small amounts. You know, there's so many kids out there, there's so many people, you know, that they need that small amount of help just to get through, okay? Because someone will say, well, why didn't you go out and just grab you a job? Well, when you go to the doctor 3 times a week, and then if he gets a fever, you're in for 72 hours, most employers don't say, oh, just go ahead and take a week off and we'll see you when you get a chance to get here. That just didn't happen. It makes you appreciate every penny in the jar. It makes you appreciate every dollar you come up with, you know. The hardest road as a single parent, trying to just get through that first 1.5 years where the hospital's your life, that's your job. Your child is your job. That has to come first. I don't have enough gas to get there. You know, that people don't get that. See, it's a day-to-day, week-to-week struggle, constantly. He went through things that they would have to tie me down and beat me to do to me at that hospital. Those nurses, and they put needles in him and did things to him you wouldn't do on a lab animals most of the time. Not Ian. He stood up and said, I'm good. Just take care of it. Get me out of here. So, I mean, if that's not inspiring, come on. You have to go, wow. If he can do that at 6 or 8, you know, what am I doing at my age going, oh gosh, I I can't get through this English paper, or I just can't find time to go to the store. When? What excuse will you have for not doing something? So it's pure inspiration. We can stand up high and preach it and yell it from the mountaintops. We are 1 year and 4 months clear and clean. I was putting in about 1/1000th of an effort that he was for life. And it widens your eyes, it opens your eyes. And I looked at him and just knew with a little effort, I could take myself back to school and better myself. And if I wasn't bettering myself, then I wasn't doing him a service for everything he's done. Making my life better makes his life better. So going back to school was, just the way to do it. You need to go to college. You've got to graduate, or you can't be there if your family hits need like mine did. It's going to be a long, hard fall. And I can tell you it's going to be. I'm a witness. The government. Amazing. I would never wish a sick child or any sick thing on anybody, but I believe if half of them, if half a Senate or half a House would have gone through what we went through daily, just once, one 24-hour period, I believe their priorities would be less selfish in a lot of better places. It has to be done. There can be support for people in any situation. It has to be there. You can't just. This is not nature. This is not the weakest just should die and the strongest should move on. This is not the way it is. We are human beings. We have hearts, we have souls, we have minds. And we should be able to think of a way to support people. I know there's fraud. I know there's theft. I know there's people out there that will abuse. Okay? But there are people that truly need help, and if we just forgo helping people, then we've gone back to the Stone Ages, and we might as well turn it all off. And it's just, I don't want to live in a place like that. Do you?